The morning sun filtered through the windows of a quiet roadside diner in a sleepy town. Forks clinked, coffee brewed, and conversations whispered low. In the corner, a tired-looking black woman sat alone, slowly eating scrambled eggs. Her presence unsettled some, not because of anything she did, just the way silence followed her. Something in the air felt heavy. She wore a faded green coat, heavy with dust. Her boots were scuffed, her duffel bag patched and fraying at the seams. She kept her eyes on her plate, saying nothing, trying to go unnoticed. To most, she looked homeless, another forgotten soul drifting through. But one detail didn't fit: a weathered chain around her neck, holding an old military dog tag. Few noticed, fewer cared, but it meant something. The diner's bell jingled sharply as two local cops stepped in. Officers Marks and Bentley, faces known, attitudes feared. They spotted her instantly. No greetings, no questions, just straight to her booth. "We've had complaints," Marks said, voice clipped. "About loitering," Bentley added. The woman looked up calmly. "I'm just eating." "ID," Bentley snapped. She reached slowly for her wallet. "Let's not make this difficult," Marks muttered. Diners turned their heads, but no one spoke. The air thickened. Tension gripped the room like a held breath. Officer Bentley stepped closer. "I said ID." She handed over a card without hesitation. Marks scoffed. "Military? This real?" Bentley sneered. "Where's your uniform then?" They looked at each other and laughed. "You expect us to believe this?" Bentley reached toward her arm. The waitress behind the counter froze, hands shaking. Still, the woman didn't react. She didn't shout, didn't protest. She reached slowly into her worn duffel bag instead. No sudden moves, just deliberate calm. Inside the diner, everything felt still. The woman pulled out a small battered flip phone. She flipped it open, pressed a single button, and held it to her ear. A few seconds passed. Then she spoke. "It's happening again. Location: Ridgeview Diner." She closed the phone and placed it gently on the table. No panic, no threats, just certainty. The cops laughed. Bentley leaned back. "Who was that, your parole officer?" Then came the crackle. Their radios flared to life with sharp static. "Units 47 and 52, step outside now. Repeat, immediate stand down at Ridgeview Diner," the dispatcher's voice ordered. Both officers froze. "Command wants direct contact, now." Unease replaced arrogance. They stepped outside, radios pressed to their ears. Within moments, two black SUVs roared into the parking lot. Doors flew open. A federal agent in a dark suit approached. Beside him, a woman in full Air Force uniform. Their expressions were cold. The officers turned pale as the confrontation began, with the whole diner watching through glass. The military official stepped forward. "This woman is Lieutenant Colonel Jordan Price, U.S. Air Force, retired." She explained the officer's actions. Violated federal laws protecting veterans under her care. One officer was handcuffed on the spot. The other was immediately suspended pending investigation. Inside, the diner was silent, stunned. Whispers spread fast. Everyone had underestimated her. She wasn't just anyone. She was a decorated veteran, protected by powerful allies. By morning, a customer's video had exploded online. Views soared as news outlets picked up the story. Headlines read, "Veteran harassed at diner, ends it with one phone call." Social media ignited. People demanded justice. Hashtags trended. Calls for accountability flooded the town's leaders. Suddenly, Ridgeview couldn't ignore what had happened. The quiet diner had become the center of a national conversation. Within days, both officers were fired for misconduct. The Department of Justice launched a broader investigation into the local police. Jordan declined interviews, choosing privacy over publicity. She donated her settlement to a nearby veteran shelter. The city promised reforms and new training programs. The incident sparked change far beyond the diner's walls. Her quiet courage had forced a reckoning and a community to confront its biases. The veteran shelter was renamed Price House in her honor. New state laws required rural officers to undergo bias and de-escalation training. Diners across the country displayed signs saying, "Veterans always welcome." Jordan quietly stepped away from the spotlight, but her courage left a lasting impact. Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it wears scars and silence. One phone call changed everything, breaking barriers no uniform could protect her from. Her story reminds us all, dignity isn't about what you wear, but who you are inside.